This is Module 1, Lesson 26, titled Percent of a Quantity. The goal of this lesson, I can find the percent of a quantity given a part, a percent, or a whole. As always, pause the video at any point, rewind and watch parts again if you need to, and make sure that you take good notes throughout. Let's start with example number 1. 5 of the 25 girls on Alden Middle School soccer team are 7th grade students. Find the percentage of 7th graders on the team. Show 2 different ways for solving for the answer. One of the methods must include a diagram or picture model. I'm going to start by highlighting some important information. 5 of the 25 girls on the soccer team are 7th graders. We're given 2 pieces of information there. We have to find the percentage. What percentage of the team are 7th graders? Now we got to show 2 different methods, and one of the methods has to include a diagram or a picture. So I'm going to start with that method, and the diagram that I'm going to use is a double number line. Double number lines are excellent to use for finding percents. I always like to make the percent the top number line. And the other thing that we're talking about in this particular example are students. Of course, this first part, 0 and 0 match up. Now, before we get to going too far on it, we have to understand the information that we're going to be using. We're going to be given a part, a whole, or a percent. We're going to be finding one of those 3. This 5 is considered a part. It's the part of the team that are 7th grade students. This 25 is the whole. The whole entire team is made up of 25 girls. And we have to find the percentage. Now, when you make a double number line, I always like to start with the end. 100%. 100% represents the whole. In this case, 25. We're going to match up 100 with 25. We're going to make that bottom number line with a 5 on it. Now, we got to think, what can we divide 25 into in order to have 5 as one of the tick marks? Well, we can divide it into 5 equal pieces. And 25 divided by 5 would be 5. So that means our interval is 5. We have matching tick marks on the top. Notice we split 100 into 5 equal pieces. So 100 divided by 5 is 20. We're going by 20s. 100% matches with the whole. What percent matches with the part? That would be 20%, and that would be our answer, 20%. Now another method, and this is probably going to be the method that most students like, is by using equivalent ratios. Now it's a little different. I write it a little differently. I'm going to write the ratios as fractions this time, and it follows this pattern. Part over whole equals percent over 100. And if you think about those ratios, part over whole, that's what a fraction is. It's the part out of a whole. And if you think about the other ratio, a percent compares a part to 100. We're going to fill in the given information. 5 was the part that was 7th graders. 25 was the whole. We're finding the percent, and this bottom right one is always 100. Now to solve that, to find that missing information, a couple different ways you can do this, but I like to use the cross multiply and divide. Here's how that works. You're going to take the two, or you're going to look diagonally at the two terms that are given. Notice the 5 and the 100 are given, but the 25 and the percent, we don't know both of them. So we're going to start with the two that we're going to get, that we're given, and we're going to multiply those. 5 times 100. We're then going to divide it by the third. We're going to divide it by that 25. 5 times 100 is 500, and if we divide that by 25, we get 20. And of course, that's the answer that we got from our double number line. Now, since we are finding a percent, I want to put a percent sign on there. So what we can say as our final answer is 20% of the soccer team is made up of 7th graders. We found the percent.